Hey Ray, this is James. How you doing? Just thought I'd take an opportunity to talk to you a little bit about Week Three's assignment two, and that, of course, is the political illustration. Um, there are some things that I like about this image. I think that the stylization of the elephant, which is just sort of, it's kind of funky and fun, and the suit's kind of cool, and there's some, there's a certain personalization to the elephant that really kind of works. Unfortunately, I don't really see it very much in the bear. The bear looks like, well, it looks like a wild animal. And I think you would have probably done better if you'd had a bear that was also in a suit, maybe like a Russian suit. I'm not entirely sure what a Russian suit looks like, but something that would reflect uh, Russia, aside from the hat. The hat's pretty good. Um, and I think that probably having them both together and maybe both having the same level of anthropomorphization. Well, that's a mouthful right there, but I think you see what I mean. You've got sort of an elephant that's kind of like a man, and then you have a bear that's really kind of like a big vicious bear, except for a little hat on top of it. And of course, we have the donkey at the bottom, and unfortunately, the donkey, because he's treated as a graphic. I mean, basically, it's the red, white, and blue stripes with the stars. He looks flat, so it looks like they're sort of standing on a cardboard cutout of the donkey. And I think that it might have been better if you were going to do a realistic bear, realistic elephant. You might have also had like a realistic donkey. The hammer and sickle up here, I think it's a distraction. And since I know you did some photoshopping here, I think you'd probably do okay to select that and delete it, get rid of it, and then maybe just kind of crop it in a little bit. As far as Photoshop is concerned, I think the fact that you used a gradient in the background fairly well screams Photoshop, and that can be kind of a distraction since the rest of it is sort of a natural wet media treatment. So I think that if you go with either a much more subtle gradient, like from brown to tan or something like that, or just go with a flat background. Really, I think a flat background is not going to be distracting, and it's going to give you more focus on the characters and the scene that's going on. So I think there are some things that work pretty well. I like this elephant a lot, and there are some things that don't work quite as well. I think this bear needs to be a little bit more like this elephant, and this donkey needs to be more like a donkey instead of a cardboard cutout. And I also think that you might want to consider doing something a little bit different with the background. If you can get those things straightened out, I think you got a pretty good piece waiting for you here. Okay?